keep a lot of his melee units alive from that big charge from the matchlocks, which is surprising. So we have some flanking action happening with blue on red. Red is going to try and scramble here, get some lines of fire for his matchlocks up to shoot upon the melee here, but the blue's overwhelming cav is going to be detrimental to that. So we'll see how he handles it. We have the general on general crime right here. The generals are fighting each other. As a last-ditch effort, we have an Inspire and Rally on one on the red, and the blue has just a rally. And blue is bringing in his great card to help out. I would probably leave the general, as this is a classic battle, and it's not as big of a deal to lose your general, to probably attack that bow, Eshigaru. But it is looking pretty good for blue, the Polish team, as the general is hurt, and it looks like he is dead here for red, and blue is coming up, and he is going to finish off the rest of red's units, which are not a lot. He has not a samurai falling apart here. He has a bow Eshigaru, and he has some decent melee units here. Now this may be a big mistake as he's bunching up all of his melee units right here. This could be taken advantage of by red. I'm not sure if he is going to try and do a flanking action here, but it looks like blue may be able to hold it together, as there's only this bow Eshigaru unit that will only be able to shoot for a little bit longer until a melee unit comes up to hit him. We see Rafi here in the blue go up and try and come behind this Naginata Samurai, and he has a single Yari Eshigaru go after this bow Eshigaru here. So this one should be won by Team Poland here. This is a Polish victory for sure, as the Russians with the red are falling apart right here. So that is game. And good job to Sacred Band Rafi here, and he wins one for the Polish team. Alright. Yep, so that was a win by Rafi. Yeah, the Great Guard Nodachis did a lot of damage. It really tore it up on the battlefield here. So we have one more battle. 1 to 2 more battles. Matters if Team Poland wins or not. And it is going to be on the same map, medium size funds, unit size also medium. And it looks like Pensioner is changing up his army configuration here, as he is going to go with the Shimatsu instead, who have superior Katana Samurai units, and it looks like Rafi might go with the Takeda with superior cavalry. Something to keep in mind is Pensioner is only level 8. So he does not have nearly as many games under his belt as Rafi does. But That's okay if you are schooled well enough. And Shogun, it looks like we're getting underway here. Yes. How am I doing? I'm getting comments on my stream. Unfortunately, I only have 5 people watching, as I'm not the most popular person in the world, apparently. But maybe one day I'll get there. And the game's underway. 2, 1, and we're starting. Alright, so the same should still apply. Rafi is blue. And Rafi is on the Polish team. And I am from his point of view. So we're going to see his configuration before anyone else's. Oh no, it did change. So, excuse me. Rafi is red now, as he has the Takeda colors. Yep, so he has the superior cav. And it looks like he brought pretty much the same army. Same melee cav army here. Which is not surprising. It did win last round. But I would not be surprised if from the other side there is a complete change of strategy. As the triple threat matchup, the triple threat configuration did not help him there. Yeah, and we still have the light cav, the Great Guard, and the Yaris. And I do not see any Katana cav, which is pretty smart, as I do not see any enemy sword units. And the game is starting, and Pensioner is the Shimatsu, who have superior sword infantry. And he only has a couple units of swords, actually, so not taking full advantage of his clan here, but we'll see how it goes. He has 2 light cav, Katana cav, Great Guard, and Naginata, Samurai, Bo Ashigaru. So he completely changed his setup like I thought he did. He only has 1 unit of ranged now, and he's moving up pretty fast with only some of his units, and he now brings up the rest of his army. So Pensioner is green for Russia. Poland is red, which is quite fitting. And it looks like we're going to start this battle right now, as both teams are pretty aggressive. Both are moving up. It looks like the more aggressive is Rafi over here in the red, as he has more cav units, and he's going to try to surround. He also has a unit of Yari Ashigaru with his cav units, which is pretty interesting. That's going to slow down his cav units, but I would not be surprised to see them break away pretty quickly if need be, as I think they're just there to get an early melee unit behind enemy lines and to keep morale up and protection from other cav. So we see red going over here and forming up. I'm not too sure if he's going to use this forest here as protection from cav. He might do that, as Pensioner is moving up his cav units a bit and moving his light guard around. So there's light cav around. So I'm not too sure where he's going to go with them, as there is not a single advantageous unit to hit with them except for the general, or a unit that is engaged in battle, but we do not see that yet. So the lines are drawn out here. It looks like Pensioner is going to move up. Pensioner is in the green, and green is going to move up and start aiming at something with his Bo Ashigaru. But we have a little bit of a stalemate still, And we see Red over here with his cav units, peeking over ever so slightly. Trying to get around this army here. But there are spears on this flank to protect against this cav. And we see movement right ahead with Red moving up, trying to catch the cav, but he is unable with his Yari Ashigaru. But he is moving up with the Nodachis. And the Yari Ashigaru are taking hits from that single ranged bow Ashigaru there. And it is wavering. Now there are fights over here with Cav. There's a Great Guard against a Yari Cav and a Light Cav. I would not be surprised to see either of them win. Especially the Light and the Yari, as there are other units over here behind the Cav, and they're probably a little concerned. And they're concerned about the rear. We see the Yari Ashigaru actually fleeing right here, but the Nodachis are still hanging tough, as it is only a Naja, not a Samurai, and a Nodachi should do pretty well against them. And we see the Light Cav are getting pretty scared here. We have a second wind on the Great Guard. I do not think that is necessary yet. On the other flank over here, we have Yari Ashigaru and Great Guard fighting against another Naginata Samurai and Great Guard and Katana Cav. So we have a huge battle going on here. It is hard to focus on all the aspects of it. We know the winner of the flanks is probably going to come crashing into the middle here. And it looks like Red is winning on this right flank here, and they should be able to help in the middle, as they absolutely need it, because the middle is winning dramatically by Green. And Green for the Russians with Pensioner. And he's coming in. And Red is going to go, and he looks like he may attack the general here. And he comes in close, but instead runs into a Naja, not a Samurai. But the general does get hit, loses 5 guys, and he is wavering. This is a very close match. The Nodachis of Red over here, very far away from the action. We see Red's general running away as much as he can from these Katana Cav, but they are getting very scared. It is not sure if he will be able to catch him, and Red is doing a great job here, and it looks like he's going to use those Nodachis to run into that Katana Cav, although the casualties may be great, but they do waver and run, and it looks like Red is going to win this one for Poland, doing a great job moving around and using the mobility of his troops here. And even though Green won the middle, it looks like Red won the flanks here and came in and got the general. It is some great gameplay, and this one goes to Poland. Absolutely great gameplay. That is the second game of 3, and I think this one goes to Poland overall. So the first stream, that one went to Russia, but the classic battle fights do go to Poland. All right. And we are back at the unit selection screen. Some good games. Oh, we may do a best of 5 apparently. So we could see a little bit more happening. Excuse me, as I normally do not do this much talking in a single day, so I'm getting caught up here. And it looks like they're playing again. So this is the best of 5, so there may be one more. 1, 2, 3 more battles, so I will probably lose my voice doing this, if I haven't already. So Sacred Band Rafi is in the lead so far, representing the Polish, and Pensioner representing the Russians. So neither of them changed their clan yet.